Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Kristina here with your monthly Tarotscope reading for June 2017. Thanks for joining me. If you would like a personal and private reading, the information is down below. And let's go ahead and get into it. So we've got 4 cards, one for each week of the month, roughly. And then I keep on tripping over this every time I try to introduce it. So there are 4 extra cards at the end, and I'll talk you through those as we get to them. So first week in June, we're kind of in the middle of it right now. This is the 4th that I am recording this. And this came up for the fire signs too, actually. So this first week in June is going to be a pretty busy month, or excuse me, a busy week. This is, it actually feels like a very similar energy, and my rising sign is Gemini, so I'm thinking like, oh, okay, this makes sense, and then I'm a fire sign otherwise. So first week in June, really busy stuff, which it has been for me already. But this is busyness that's actually for like your goals, okay? So this isn't just like hecticness. This is actually like you putting your plans in motion. So this is pretty cool, you guys. I don't feel, this isn't the kind of busyness that you should be like, oh no, oh gosh. It's not overwhelming. It's like, it's the good kind of busy where you feel like you're really making some progress on your purpose, all right? So in the second week, we have the Wheel card, and the second week in June seems like so far this is the 3rd grouping that I've recorded, and the second week in June seems to be kind of throwing some stuff kind of comes up. I don't know how else to put it. This is like, so this is the Wheel of Fortune, chance and destiny at the same time, but unexpected things that might pop up in the second week, maybe some old stuff coming back around again. That's kind of what was in one of the I think it was the fire signs. But yeah, that second week, be on the lookout. Well, it's not even about be on the lookout. This is the kind of thing you can't anticipate. There's no like preparing yourself for it. It's just it's not even a monkey wrench. It's like, it's pennies from heaven. I don't know what that little idiom actually means, because I thought pennies from heaven is like, it doesn't matter. I need to just stay on topic. The point is, just some finding pennies on the sidewalk, or whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is that something kind of cool and unexpected might pop up in the second week, and I think that for the most part it's going to be pretty exciting, especially when you see the rest of the cards. Now, in the 3rd week, this is an interesting card because, the traditional meaning of the 7 of Wands, which is what this is the equivalent of in the traditional tarot, it is usually about defense and standoffishness. But this, I just really get the feeling, especially as I see the way the rest of the cards unfold, I see this as being noticed. Like someone takes notice of you in a way that is like, it's almost like if it's someone who already knows you, it's like they're seeing you with brand new eyes, and they're like, whoa, but in a really, really good way. So yeah, this 7 of Deserts, it just, it feels like the 7 is actually like life path, spiritual path. Like someone sees you the way like in your truth, in your like pure and authentic state, and it feels like it might be someone who hadn't been able to see you that way up to this point. So whoa, that feels like kind of a hefty message. Wow, you guys, this is sorry, I need to like stay on topic, because this feels like a really big shift, and I understand why it comes on the heels of this Wheel of Fortune card, because it will be this really unexpected way, maybe someone you had like a conflict with, or who had, like, you felt like you needed to keep them at a safe distance. It's like finally people are being seen for who they are in the best possible way, like seen in their best light, their best version of themselves starts to emerge. So that's really cool. And then the last week of the month, we have the Two of Forests. I love these two little mushrooms. Look at them. And wow. So, you know, of the lovey love cards that are in this deck, there's like, you know, the Two of Cups, the Lovers. This Two of Forests, this is a bonus suit in my deck. And this is feral earth energy. And you can see these two little mushrooms growing up out of the decomposing forest floor. And if this was old stuff, like if this is an old relationship, and that doesn't necessarily mean romantic, but if this is an old relationship that had a lot of, had a lot of conflict in it and defensiveness in it, it's like in June, there's a real chance, oh boy, and you know what, I think at the end of June, we're going into a Mercury retrograde, so well, no wonder. Here it is. This is Mercury. I mean, this is Mercury retrograde cards in a nutshell. If you needed a definition rendered entirely in tarot cards, this is it. But so there's a chance to kind of go back and revisit some of these things in a way that's healing, not in a way that is like, oh, I got to go through this, you know, mud hole again. All right. Now, okay, so I've pulled two archetype cards, and there's one, the first archetype card are the external, like archetypes that might be taken up by people who are external to you. So the ways that other people might show up to you in challenging or encouraging ways. And so this first one is the eternal child. And like the more likely way that this might show up, because this is the way, like the energy that came through first. Oops. Is the I hope, yeah, good, it's nice and tidy. The first way is through the shadow aspect, and this is an inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So, you know, if that person who's showing up again, maybe the first time around they were really not wanting to grow up and take responsibility for themselves, act like a grown-up. But maybe this time around, because this feels so positive and hopeful. Oh, look, wow, I'm super disheveled now. That they might reemerge, or re-enter into your sphere of it, into your sphere as the light attribute, which is the ability to remain young, youthful, lighthearted without being immature. Okay, and so it has. Oh, wow, this makes sense. It says determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, and the ability to see things with fresh eyes. And that's this. I love it when the cards are like this. You guys have, so far, you've gotten the most coherent message of the, all the cards have been telling a pretty coherent story for all the groups, but I love that the people are showing up, like that this archetype card is showing up in almost like verbatim echoing the tarot cards. All right, then for you internally, these archetypes that you will be either tempted to fall into if it's a shadow aspect, or invited to rise into in the light aspect, is the student. And I think the another sign had this as the external personalities. So this is a good time for you to be, a learner again. Okay, so humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. It's the openness in this card that is the key here. In the highest expression of this archetype, it is that when this person shows up, you responding in a way that is open to, okay, well, we'll see what happens. I don't know everything. I'm open to whatever new knowledge this next round of interaction might bring. Okay, and then in its shadow attribute is arrogance, feeling like you already know everything and that you can't be taught. There's no reason to learn anything new. But there's also an unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. That's another shadow aspect. I don't feel like that's going to be as big of an issue for you. This really feels it just seems like the main message here in this archetypal card is for you to remain a student, for whatever new things, this openness for whatever new lessons. Lessons don't have to be hard, okay? Whatever new gifts of knowledge and truth and wonderful, wonderful stuff might be available to reemerge, okay? Now, these next two cards, we get a crystal card and a flower card, and this is kind of that some grounded nature energy to sort of be our companions through the month. And the first one, this again makes sense. So this is malachite. It says the affirmation is, I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. Oh, I love that. You know, if this person shows up in Mercury retrograde, it is the moving from this defensiveness, this fear, this standoffishness, to choosing love and compassion and responding with a softer hand and a softer tone, softer voice. It doesn't mean being a pushover. It just means not, fighting all the time. And this is a chance to recreate a new healthy pattern. And that's what it says on the back, creating healthy patterns in relationships, connecting with the sweetness of life, maintain heart-centered awareness, and get to the heart of the matter. The malachite stone is a really good one for the heart chakra. And it really does seem for you, air signs, that you have a really beautiful chance to resolve, salvage, renew an old relationship that maybe didn't have a healthy first round. And look at all this green. This is some big heart healing that you have a chance to do during this Mercury retrograde. Okay. And then the last card is, oh my goodness, the flower card. This is the sweet pea. It's blissful pleasure. And it says, follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. And this feels like forgiveness and reconciliation with this person. And again, connecting with the sweetness of life from the malachite card is echoed again with the sweet pea. So this is a great month for you air signs. Wow. I'm glad I have a rising air sign because hooray for me. All right, well, enough goofing around. If you would like a personal and private reading that's tailored just for you, I will leave that information down below along with all the information about the decks I've used today. Thanks a lot. See you next month. Bye-bye.